Off the rocky coast of Nova Scotia stands a lonely lighthouse on Moore Island. For decades, its light guided sailors through violent storms and thick fog. But in December 1900, something strange happened. The lighthouse went completely dark. When the relief ship arrived days later, the keepers were gone. No bodies, no struggle, just silence. The island was known for its isolation. 3 men, Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur, lived there, cut off from the world, surrounded by roaring winds and endless water. Their only contact with civilization came through supply boats. The island was both their home and their prison. Locals often said the island had a strange energy. Some called it haunted. Old fishermen whispered of ghost ships and voices carried by the wind. For the men stationed there, superstition was easy to ignore, until it wasn't. When investigators later examined the logbook, they found disturbing entries. One keeper wrote about a great storm unlike any other, even though weather reports from that day showed calm seas. Another note said, "MacArthur is crying. We are all afraid." Old leather logbook on a wooden table inside a lighthouse. Handwritten entries visible. Candlelight flickering, storm visible through window. Yet there was no sign of struggle. No footprints leading to the cliffs and no bodies in the water. It was as if the men had simply vanished into thin air. Authorities were baffled. Some blamed a massive rogue wave that swept the men into the sea. Others claimed one keeper went mad, murdered the others, and threw himself into the ocean. But neither theory fit the evidence. There were no signs of panic or blood. The storm ropes were neatly coiled and the lanterns polished. Everything appeared strangely peaceful. The only clue was a single chair knocked over near the window, as if someone had suddenly stood up to look outside, and never returned. Over time, countless theories emerged. Some say the men were swept away by nature's fury. Others believe they were victims of something supernatural, ghostly forces or sea spirits guarding ancient secrets. Paranormal investigators claim to have heard whispers and footsteps when visiting the ruins. Locals still avoid the island at night, saying the wind carries the cries of the lost keepers. But skeptics insist it was just a tragic accident, a perfect storm that caught the men off guard. Still, no one can explain why the log entries spoke of fear before any storm began. Today, the lighthouse still stands, fully automated and silent. It watches over the same waters that took 3 men from history. Their disappearance remains one of Canada's oldest unsolved mysteries. Tourists visit the island, but most say it feels unsettling, like the air itself remembers. The sea breeze hums through broken windows, and sometimes the old lamp flickers for just a moment. Whether it was madness, murder, or mystery, the story of the vanished lighthouse keepers reminds us that even in the modern world, some secrets of the sea refuse to be found.